See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator.
Hey there guys, it's Paul Archer from dronesgetting.com, and today we have on the table a brand new car from ZD Racing. It is pretty much an upgrade from the older ZD Racing Thunder car, which until now was my favorite RC car under $200. This thing has a few changes to it from the old model, but what I'm most excited about is the waterproof brushless motor inside. And that's because I broke my old car in a puddle of water. Well, it wasn't really my fault, it was my best friend over here. As for a hint of how fun this is, it can go up to 50 km per hour. Let's go through the unboxing first. It comes in a pretty big box, and that's because the car itself is quite hefty. In my opinion, this is a pretty good looking car. A balanced charger for 2 and 3S batteries, a binding plug and heat shrink tube, and a bunch of additional small accessories you might need, like zip tie and double sticky tape. Oh, and also the manual. It seems the car has maintained the same high quality suspensions from the previous model. The canopy is pretty easy to remove, easier than before actually, and this right here is the pretty big 3300 kV 3650 brushless motor. That's also waterproof, but we'll test that in a moment. The suspension can be adjusted and it seems to work great on both sides, even though most of it is made from plastic. I like how it's reinforced with metal bars along the axis. It comes with a removable battery that has these banana clips for connecting to the car, and also a balancing plug in the middle for charging. It's a 2400 mAh 2S battery that has a ton of power. You'll see what I mean soon enough. But before that, if you get this car, I highly recommend also getting a buzzer like this one that shows the current voltage and makes a loud noise when the battery is low. If you don't have it, you might just use the battery until it discharges too much to be able to charge it back. I have a link for it down in the description, along with the car and the rest. To make it work, you just insert it like this in the balance plug of the battery and it will work right away. Just make sure you hold it in place properly on the car with one of the zip ties provided. Remember that you need to connect the blue cable in the middle slot of the battery for it to work. It also has an on and off button in the middle somewhere, which kinda sucks because you have to remove the cover every time to reach for it. I think you can also insert your hand somehow below it. When it comes to charging, you can do it with the standard one, or you can use a more professional one for faster balance charging, especially if you will get more drones and cars in the future. I'll leave a link to my favorite one in the description. The controller feels very premium, unlike others I've tried, and requires 4 AA batteries. You can also store another 4 in here just in case. On the side, there is an on and off button, and the steering wheel feels very high quality, and with a super grippy soft foam, and seems overall very responsive. These right here are the trimming controls for steering, throttle, and how much power it can use. These switches are for reversing direction and orientation. Probably you don't need to use these. At the top, there's a 3rd channel switch you can assign to things like a horn or to turn some lights on and off. Now let's move things outside. When you get on the field, you kinda have to remove the canopy and insert the buzzer and turn on the car. But considering this battery assures more than 20 minutes of hardcore racing, it's worth spending a minute. I did a little steering trimming in the beginning and then I started to roll. And man, I must say this is really impressive. It handles amazingly well. It's super fast and stable at the same time. I really like how the brakes work on this RC car. They get stiff instantly and allow you to do some really nice drifts and sudden stops. The car has a range of about 200 meters, but I can't really see it farther than 100, so don't worry about losing signal. Just remember one thing, kids. Before you go outside, make sure that your wheels are tightened, or something like this might happen to you. Don't worry, it didn't break. I put the wheel back right away and it runs just as smooth. It was just a funny thing I wanted to share with you. I kinda wanted to test the waterproof motor at the end, so I put it through a whole lot of snow. And not only it didn't break or stop, but it went through it like butter. It also monster mashes other tinier cars too, apparently. This car is a total beast. Me and my friend had a lot of fun with it, and I can't wait to test it on more off-road terrain, so better subscribe for that. As a conclusion, this upgrade from the old ZD Racing Thunder car is currently the best car for the money I have in the category that's under $200. Don't forget to check the links in the description. Leave a comment down below, subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to get my future videos in your YouTube recommended feed. I'm usually doing all kinds of reviews, from racing drones, toy grade drones, RC cars like this, and even more. See ya later, alligator!
See you later, alligator.